Hawks were able to get away with in the first few minutes. Bogus battles with Kuiper in the midfield. Here comes Nelson back from the front line to get it, and she'll try to reset things up. She tries to send her sister Megan Nelson. It gets through a couple of Mohawk defenders, but Cooney's there to rack it up. Bogus can't handle it. And the Mohawks are able to hold their breath a little bit. Kuiper back to Howe. Nice job. White Mountains is attacking the ball a lot more defensively right now, Butch, than what they were at the beginning of the game.
And they forced the Mohawks into a couple bad decisions trying to get the ball out of the zone. And they've kind of, the last couple minutes here, kind of maybe taken over the territorial possession.
Yeah, they've done a very, very good job. Changed things up, made some adjustments, obviously, here to this Colebrook team in the first few minutes. The Mohawks able to jump out to a 2-0 lead here in the early going against this White Mountains team as the rain quietly coming down here at the Colebrook Athletic Fields complex. There's been a lot of rain. There's going to be a lot of rain, and obviously we want to make sure everybody in Florida, if there's anybody in Florida still, that might be down south vacationing or have summer homes down there or have moved down there for the summer, to stay safe down there, as southern part of Florida and up the coast is about to get hit pretty hard. And Mother Nature is not being nice to everybody here in the early going of this fall. Here comes Sage Smith with an opportunity off the post. Nice shot by Sage Smith, and White Mountains dodged a bullet right there. That one off the the right post. Michaela Fournier is going to have a shot off at it, and she puts it into the back of the net after initially it was deflected, and Michaela Fournier picks up her first goal of the ball game here for the Mohawks, and the Mohawks now have a 3-0 lead here over the visitors from White Mountains. Butch, that was an onslaught of shots there by the Mohawks offensively here, Butch, in the last couple of seconds, as we're going to be taking a look at the replay of that here very, very shortly on the CN Brown Company instant replay. Take a look at it. Here's the initial pass into the lane. Watch this shot by Smith right here to the right side. A bullet right off the post. But then it's going to end up coming back in, actually, and I believe Sawarski gets it in. It's then deflected off of the Mohawk LaPearl onto the foot of Michaela Fournier before she puts it right back in to the back of the net. So indirectly, LaPearl picks up an assist on that, Butch.
She does.
Actually, I don't think she did. It was the second shot. So Michaela Fournier.
That's right, the goalie touched it, right?
Yeah, goal, yeah. So Michaela Fournier ends up getting a goal unassisted, just working hard and getting through there, Butch, to get things going. So once again, that was on the CN Brown Company instant replay. All of today's replays being brought to you by the CN Brown Company with 76 Big Apple stores throughout Maine and New Hampshire. Proudly supports high school athletics online at cnbrown.com. Not sure exactly the time of that goal. Butch, were you able to get that from the official?
No.
He hasn't really been reporting to midfield. Pretty sure he's just been yelling it to the home bench. Sage Smith in the middle to Gleason. Gleason tries to get it up to LaPearl. Little pinball action again before White Mountains calms things down. 3-0 now in favor of the Mohawks. So a great start by Colebrook here in this first half on their home field. That's exactly the start that Coach Katie Parker wanted for this Mohawk squad. And obviously they have been controlling the tempo since. Sawarski lifts it out to Caitlin Gleason before it's deflected out of bounds. So a good start for Colebrook offensively. White Mountains wanted to set the tone and control the pace themselves. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to do that, Coach Welch, as that was another shot on goal for the Mohawks, and Bolio garners it in. Key to the game number one for White Mountains was to control the middle of the park, both defensively and offensively. I'm pretty sure they're losing that battle right now. Colebrook has done a fantastic job here in this in this first half to make that happen for themselves. So you want to credit them And in terms of the backs and the mids winning the 50-50 balls, key to the game number 1 for Coach Parker, the Mohawks have certainly done that as well. They have certainly limited White Mountains' quality scoring opportunities too. White Mountains had 1 scoring opportunity so far, that being the set piece from Caitlin Nelson just outside the 18-yard box. And in terms of key to the game number 3, Butch, so far for Coach Parker, focus on first touches and passing as a team, possess the ball. They've certainly done that as well. So the game plan for Coach Parker and her Colebrook Academy Mohawks has worked well. Coach Welch, on the other hand, this White Mountains team just hasn't been able to piece it together offensively yet. Defense started to pick it up a little bit, but just haven't been able to piece it from one end to the other.
Mohawks have an edge 7-2, shots on goal. Obviously the 3-0 lead as well. Thus far, 2 goals for Kuiper, 1 for Michaela Fournier. The first one just a little bit under the 3-minute mark. Then one at 12:56, and the last one was at 24:30.
So we have 16 minutes or so, 15 and a half minutes or so was remaining at that last goal. So obviously probably right around the 13 minutes to go mark here in this first half. Once again, no scoreboard at the Colebrook Athletic Fields Complex. On the girls' soccer field, there is on the boys' soccer field. We'll be back in action here on NSN for our Northern New Hampshire athletic coverage next week. We will be in Littleton for the Woodsville-Littleton boys soccer matchup. That's going to be a big one.
Ooh.
Looking forward to doing that. It always is a big one between those 2 schools. That will be brought to you by Littleton Chevrolet Buick and Crosstown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat.
And I can tell you, Kevin, if nobody has heard the name Danny Kupkowski by now, which they should have, he's going to be fun to watch. And Cataldo and Henderson have just started right where they left off last year for the Engineers. So there should be a lot of offense in that one.
Yeah, those 2 teams will be the 2 biggest noisemakers, in my opinion, from up north this year. And we're certainly looking forward to being able to cover that game next week. That'll be on the 12th, which is next Tuesday.
There's another school 3 miles to the right of Littleton, I believe, and that would be Profile, and they're going to make noise on both sides.
Younger
Two boys
team coming
playing
up
very well,
yeah,
so far, and the girls. So, you know, it's going to be a fun year or fun fall. Now, Assistant AD Ryan Call was out here with a leaf blower, Kevin, at about 12:30 this afternoon, getting the water out of the goal area. Oh, yeah, he was right at it.
Newly appointed Assistant AD Ryan Call, earning his money. Gotta like it. Gotta love it.
I bet he skipped lunch for that. He's on the other sidelines right now. Did you happen to be able to meet up with your old teammate Chuck Patterson?
I saw him. And I politely gave him a gesture that I won't mention on air that I gave him. And he didn't see me. So good thing he didn't see me. He's actually a new Lancaster resident.
New Lancaster resident.
Teach in White Mountains,
here in Colebrook.
and now teaches in Colebrook.
Doing a very good job with the junior high boys. One problem is that, you know, his numbers, which is the almost every school, you know, Kev, you talk to these days.
Gleason trying to get that one back in to the middle. Can't. White Mountains does a good job. Dotier is going to try to send Caitlin Nelson, but that one will trickle out of bounds as well. And the Mohawks will have a throw-in on the near sideline. Nelson kicks that one back our way. Almost comes right into our equipment. No problem. Cameraman Chris Ash is there to be able to get the trap down and kick that out before it was able to get to our equipment.
He's at the moves here this first half.
Yeah,
He's a little bit better on that than I am.
You care more about your water than anything else.
And I brought an extra, and I think I'm going to have some.
Just to enlighten you folks on what I was talking about, there was a ball driven at us in a basketball game, I think.
It was in Woodsville.
Butch cared about his water more than everybody else in the equipment. Thanks a lot, Butch, for that. Appreciated it. Almost got killed.
Nothing like Poland Spring.
Gleason's going to be able to get that one up. Nicely defended, though. There's nicely done by Kuiper. Kuiper didn't quit on it. She's going to send a cross all the way over towards Sage Smith. Sage Smith gets a foot on it. Good save picked up. Oh, before it's finally put into the back of the net for the Mohawks. Nicely done right there, and the Mohawks now have a 4-0 lead off of the foot of Gemma Gould. And what a play there. That started with the cross from Kuiper, Butch. That was a fantastic cross from Kuiper. She got it all the way over to Smith. Smith put the initial shot on net, Butch, but Lydia Bolio did a good job of getting a hand on that. But unfortunately for White Mountains, lots of white shirts everywhere after that. Take a look at it here on the CM Brown Company instant replay. Here's the cross from Kuiper onto the foot of Smith. There's the initial save. She collides with the goalie Bolio before Gemma Gould's able to obviously knock it home. Once again, that's on the CM Brown Company instant replay. Great job by cameraman Phil Rondo as well as Chris Ash and producer Ben Sackett to cue that one up for you folks here on the CM Brown Company instant replay. 4-0 now in favor of Colebrook in the early going.
And I must say, Kevin, I never expected this.
I didn't either. These teams battled with each other last year. Both didn't lose a heck of a lot. But obviously, Colebrook losing Michaela Byron, White Mountains, returning a lot of their girls as well. And they battled with each other last year, but so far in the early going, it hasn't been much of a battle. The Mohawks have dominated from the get-go as they now have a 4-0 lead on their home field. So if you're White Mountains here, you kind of got to weather the storm a little bit. But you kind of, first off, you need a goal.
And we're down to about the last 6 minutes here, this first half.
Were you able to get the time on that one?
No. The official's only been going down. I'll try to get them at halftime and see if he can get down here a little bit closer and give us the time. Usually once we talk to him, you know, it's the first part of the year for them too.
Absolutely. Everybody trying to get into the mix of things here. Right after Labor Day is when you know it's time to rock and roll, and hopefully everything's good to go. Summer is officially, well, even though summer doesn't end until the end of September, in my eyes, summer is over. And we are now into the fall sports seasons, and it's feeling it here today, obviously, with the rain starting to trickle down, and with the rain that we're going to get here over the course of the next few days. And hopefully teams are able to get games in.
Wholesale substitutions for the Spartans. Number 9, Maya Bastian, back into the game, as well as number 12, Maddie Bean. Maya Dodia gets a breather, as well as Katrina Bogus. Michaela Fornia comes out as well, replaced by not Lexi Lawson, Callie Lawson. Adriana Noyce into the game for the Mohawks as well, number 20.
Am I mistaken that number 12 is not Maddie Bean?
No, it is.
Well, then I think that I must be seeing things, because that does not look like Maddie Bean at all. It's not Maddie Bean. It's a different jersey. That's why. I'm not sure who that player is, but number 12 is Maddie Bean, but that is a different jersey. For sure.
Oh, that one
there.
there.
Is not Maddie Bean.
That one isn't.
I was like, wait a minute, that's not Maddie Bean.
In fact.
Whatsoever. So it's like, oh boy. So we'll have to get the name on that, because I definitely know what Maddie Bean looks like. Obviously, covering her here for the last couple of years in softball and whatnot and soccer, and I could see right off the get-go that it certainly wasn't her. So we'll have to get the name of the second number 12.
Unless you put a headband on.
And welcome back. No, she has light blonde hair. And I already noticed it earlier today, obviously, because she's had the ball on her foot a number of times. But the one thing about covering high school sports, Butch, which is very, very funny, we run into it everywhere, and the winner of the culprit is Woodsville every single year. There is always that player that doesn't have the number on the roster. That type of deal, or has a different number, that type of deal. That happens just about every single game. But the winner of the culprit's Woodsville. That's for sure. And that happens with Woodsville. It happens once a game. Girls, boys, 2 times a game. But it happens, I guess.
Well, I'm sure I saw Maddie Bean out there with number 12. So
yeah, she was. She was, but it's a different jersey, Butch.
It is different.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a different jersey. So there's 2 number 12s.
Coach Koval told me their whole program is here today. They have 20 girls to play both.
That's good. That's good stuff.
Regional.
That's really good stuff.
Well, not really, because you can't field both teams.
Well, no, it's good that you have the numbers.
Have them here, yeah.
Yeah.
But, you would think a D3 school would be able to have more than 20 girls. You know what I mean?
Both.
But they also have field hockey down there as well.
Yeah, tough. Yeah,
and cross country.
Absolutely. Numbers, obviously, in terms of number of kids. White Mountains, a lot more kids in the school than Colebrook. Colebrook's numbers have been dripping, obviously, over the course of the last 20 years or so. White Mountains' numbers have stayed fairly consistent, I think. I'm not 100% positive.
Yeah, I know like Berlin's numbers have fallen considerably, but the regional seems to stay
smooth. Yeah. Rain is starting to come down a little harder. Once again, we are late in this first half. In case you're just joining us, the Mohawks have jumped out to a 4-0 lead. A good start for this Colebrook team. They played in 2 one-goal games against Woodsville and Littleton here in the early going. However, they came out firing on all cylinders here this afternoon with 4 goals in this first half of play. Stay tuned for, as Taylor Saworski almost had a through pass to get things going.
Adriana Noyes just a step ahead.
A step or 10 ahead. Yeah. The offside for offsides. Stay tuned for the halftime show immediately following the conclusion of this first half. Butch and I will have the stats as well as our thoughts on this first half. Today's game being brought to you by the Indian Stream Health Center, our title sponsor for this afternoon's Northern New Hampshire athletic coverage. Did you know that the Indian Stream Health Center has a full-service pharmacy at its Colebrook location? Staffed by caring and highly qualified professionals, our pharmacy is open 7:30 a.m. to 7 o'clock p.m. Monday through Friday, and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to noon. We even offer a drive-through window for added convenience. To learn more, please call us at 603-237-4170 or visit www.indianstream.org. Indian Stream Health Center, the prescription for better health.
Adrian LaPearl back into the game for the Mohawks. Jenna Gould, who scored the last goal, gets a breather.
The Mohawks have been pounding that 18-yard box here since about the 5-minute mark of this first half of this soccer game in general. For the last 35 minutes, for the last 30 minutes or so of this first half, the Mohawks have put the pressure on this White Mountains defense, and it obviously shows here with the scoreboard. Megan Nelson on the far side trying to get through that Mohawk defense. Can't. To the unnamed number 12 that we don't have right now, which we will work on at the half for you. The named number 12 being Maddie Bean, the unnamed number 12 being the unnamed number 12. Oh, watch out. Kendra Learned bobbles that one, almost getting to it. Was Megan Nelson, I believe. Just about popped that one into the back of the net. That seemed like a fairly routine ball hit to her, but maybe the rain is starting to affect the girls a little bit out there, Butch. That one went right through her hands, and White Mountains almost capitalized on that mistake. Collins is able to clear that one up, but the Mohawks caught off sides again. All 3 of them caught off sides, that being Noyes, LaPearl, and Kuiper. Good job by the White Mountains defense to pull them off sides.
This has got to be, yep, it is. He's looking at his watch.
Yeah, we should be getting pretty close to the end of this first half, with Colebrook holding on to that 4-0 lead here in the early going. Mackenzie Shearer in the backfield gets it taken away from by Nelson. Nelson tries to put a cross on. Nicely defended in the backfield by the Mohawks. And number 16, Carissa Roberts. 9 seconds left, 8 seconds left as the first half will dwindle down and come to an end here with the Mohawks getting 4 big goals in the early going and taking a commanding 4-0 lead here into the half. So after 40 minutes of play here at the Colebrook Athletic Fields Complex here in downtown Colebrook, New Hampshire, Colebrook 4, White Mountains 0. Butch and I are going to take a break and hear some words from some of our sponsors, and when we return, we're going to have the halftime show right here on the Indian Stream Health Center, NSN Broadcast Network.
We'll leave the sports to you. Leave the healthcare to us.
Everything you need to stay informed about community events, town and school governments, the local business scene, student activities, and high school sports can be found in the pages of the News and Sentinel, the North Country's trusted hometown paper since 1870. Their dedicated staff provides the area with comprehensive news coverage and door-to-door advertising service, giving their all to produce a great paper week in and week out. To start a subscription or promote your business, stop by their office at 6th Bridge Street in downtown Colebrook, New Hampshire. Give them a call at 603-237-5501 or visit them online, colebrooknewsandsentinel.com.
Talmadge Plumbing and Heating is one of the leading plumbing companies in New Hampshire and Vermont. Located in Stewartstown, New Hampshire, the team at Talmadge Plumbing and Heating value quality work and prompt professional service above all else. When you need plumbing work done properly, whether it's as simple as a clogged pipe or as complicated as a sewer repair, Talmadge Plumbing and Heating is who you need. Give them a call at 603-246-7173 today. The White Mountains Regional High School Booster Club strives to promote athletic excellence, good sportsmanship, and character-building relationships among athletes, coaches, parents, and school officials. Go Spartans! Golden Locks on Main Street in Colebrook is a proud supporter of all Colebrook Academy athletics. As a full-service hair salon, Sally Belknap Byron and Sylvie Smith provide you with all your hair care, while Sue Inkel provides you with all the nail and skin care you need. Throw in a tanning session and Golden Locks completes your top-of-the-notch beauty salon experience. Open Tuesday through Friday 8 to 6, Saturday 7 till noon. Golden Locks, 603-237-8033. Edwards' Electric in Colebrook, New Hampshire is your local northern New Hampshire residential electric contractor. With over 40 years of experience, owner Burke Edwards and his crew provide their customers with the best electrical work in the North Country and never leave a site without a job mastered. Give Edwards' Electric in Colebrook, New Hampshire a call at 603-237-4956. From everyone at Edwards' Electric, best of luck to all the Colebrook Academy athletic teams.
At Waystack Frizzell, we've built our reputation one case at a time, one client at a time.
For over 41 years, the Waystack Frizzell Law Firm has been representing people in legal crises. Most often that involves personal injury cases, but might also involve an estate, a criminal matter, or a family law matter, among others.
They not only cared about the legal process, but they cared for my family and I in a time of need. They helped us through one of the hardest times of our life. I was very happy with the result of my case because it not only gave me closure, but my family closure to a tragic accident.
Waystack Frizzell and their whole staff never treated me like I was just another client. They treated me like I was a person that was very important to them, and they wanted to fight for me till the end, and they did.
We have the experience and know-how to help you and your loved ones during a moment of crisis. Ask around and make the right choice.
Watching your favorite team just got easier. All of the great NSN content, including live video streams, just a click away when you download the new NSN app, powered by LaValley's Home Center and Anderson Windows and Doors.
When you're replacing windows in your home, Anderson 400 series windows give you more selection, more performance, more confidence, all from the most trusted name in windows. It's no wonder they're in more homes than any other window. Anderson 400 series windows and doors. We make replacement solutions happen.
NSN app, powered by LaValley's Home Center and Anderson Windows and Doors, is available for iPhone, iPad, and Android devices. Search Northeast Sports Network in the App Store or Google Play and start enjoying NSN at the touch of a button from anywhere. The Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill in Canaan, Vermont is a proud supporter of all area athletics. Open 7 days a week. Whether you want to come and enjoy a nice quiet meal or come and watch all of your favorite sporting events on their brand new flat screen HD TVs, the Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill is your place to be. It's also a great place for weddings and banquets. The Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill, 802-266-3988.
We'll leave the sports to you.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Indian Stream Health Center NSN Broadcast Network. It's time now for the halftime show. Butch, you got a quick statistical recap here for us this afternoon.
Hey, I do. Kevin, 4 goals for the Mohawks. Kara Kuiper with the first 2 goals, Michaela Fournier with the third, and Jenna Gould with the fourth. First half stats, shots on goal. Mohawks have the edge, 8-3. 1 corner kick for the Mohawks, none for the Spartans, and goalkeeper saves. Boulia with 4 in the Spartan net, and Kendra Leonard with 3 in the Mohawk net.
Yeah, thank you very much, Butch. And they're obviously going to look to move things along here with a shortened halftime. So we will obviously have a shortened halftime show at the same time. Butch, obviously, since the get-go, Colebrook has dominated the play. Obviously, Coach Welch and company over on the White Mountain sideline wanted to get out, control the middle of the park, both defensively and offensively. Obviously, that has not happened yet here, Butch. They haven't been able to get their passing game going either. This Mohawk defense has been able to shut them down. The offense for this White Mountain squad has basically been shut down. And the pace has been obviously in the Mohawks' favor, obviously, at the same time. So the 3 keys to the game haven't worked out quite well yet for Coach Welch's squad, so they'll obviously have to change that. In terms of Colebrook, it's been the exact opposite. The backs and the mids have won the 50-50 balls in the defensive, limited White quality scoring opportunities, and they've focused on their and they've passed on it as a team. They've gotten a number of through passes to score for to get through for goals. So you got to credit the Mohawks and how they came out ready to play here this afternoon. If you're White Mountains, you got to get a goal, and you got to get a goal quick.
You do, and somehow Caitlin Nelson's got to make something happen. She's the girl they look to. She's been in these situations many times, as well as Amaya Dodier, and you're right, Kevin. They need to get something early because Mohawk's about ready to run this thing.
You want to finish that line? Run this thing.
Well, they're pretty much ready to just run this right out of control here. The score. It's 4-0 already.
Yeah,
and their legs are fresh.
Yeah.
A lot of substitutions in the first half, and I was over by the the Mohawk bench, and they want to put this thing away. They get that killer instinct, which I like to see.
Yeah, and that's what they should do too in games when you have opportunities to do it. But now, granted,
yes,
as we said, this White Mountains team is very talented. It just doesn't seem as if they're on their A game here this afternoon. If you have an opportunity, this is what I mean by an opportunity. They have an opportunity to put a talented White Mountains team away. Teams need to take advantage of that and make it happen.
And as we know, Kevin, as we've done many of these games for the Spartans, they find a goal here and get one past Learned. Sometimes all it takes is one.
Change.
So these first 5 or 10 minutes are key here in this second half.
So here comes White Mountains once again. Dodier will get it in their offense, in White Mountains' offensive end. She'll find Bastian in the middle. They're trying to get that passing game going, but there are white shirts everywhere. Gemma Gould. Gould breaks through. She's trying to find one of her teammates. Couple of cutback moves, unable to find anything. And White Mountains well defended right there by Blaine LaChance. Good job. Shearer tries to send it LaPearl's way. LaPearl gets there just in time, gets a left foot on it. It's miskicked by the White Mountains defense, and there's LaChance again. Good job by LaChance to cover for the backfield and come away with it. Missy Collins miskicks that one before Cooney's able to get it cleared out of the zone. Fournier finds Swarovski. Swarovski's going to get a through pass over to LaPearl. LaPearl has it on her left foot. Nice defense again by the White Mountains defense, this time obviously by number 2, Taima Ronish. And Kennison will come back and try to get things going here for White Mountains. They're looking to send Nelson. They do. Nelson's trying to get around Chandler Cooney. Coming out, making a nice read was Kendra Learned. Nice job by Kendra Learned to get off the line right there, Butch, and get out there and make the save for the Mohawks.
And, you know, Kendra Learned right there, you know, a year older. I don't know if she would have come out and been aggressive like that a year ago, but I'll tell you what, that's the way to play goal right there. She took charge and made the save.
Once again, you're watching the Indian Stream Health Center NSN Broadcast Network New Hampshire girls soccer action. Kuiper, who had 2 early goals for the Mohawks, was able to get through and come away with that one. She's going to put on a cross into the middle. Nicely done on the opposite side by Bolio to come out and make that happen. Indian Stream Health Center is proud to announce expanded hours and same-day appointments at its locations in Colebrook and Canaan. To learn more, please call 603-237-8336 or visit www.indianstream.org. Indian Stream Health Center, proud to provide access to low-cost, convenient health care. Another thing that I wanted to point out about our partnership with the Indian Stream Health Center, we have extended our partnership with the Indian Stream Health Center. The current campaign for the Indian Stream Health Center runs through this fall season. However, beginning with the winter season this year, Butch, we will now bring 50 Canaan, Pittsburgh, Colebrook, and Groveton athletic contests to you folks in comparison to the 40 that we brought to you in their last 12-month campaign. And we are very, very happy to work with CEO John Brown and everybody at the Indian Stream Health Center to be able to do that. We're always looking to expand our partnership. Things went very, very well last year, and we're looking forward to doing it again this year with more games for all you folks for Colebrook, Canaan, Pittsburgh, and Groveton. So there's going to be a set piece for White Mountains here inside the 18, actually just outside the 18-yard box. I believe it's going to be an indirect kick. So 3 White Mountains girls around the ball right now, that being Bean, Bastian. They're going to send it into the middle. No whistle had been blown yet, so they'll have to set that right back up. Seems as if they were getting a little too excited to make things happen. But now it will be, I believe, LaChance and Bean up top. Bean gets it back to LaChance before it's interrupted by Taylor Saworski. They've got to put that on that, Butch.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, one of the things I've noticed, and it's kept on going this second half, is when Nelson has the ball, there's somebody in her face. You know, she hasn't had room to operate.
They're doing a good job of marking her up and making her work for everything, pretty much. Kuiper tries to get something going on the far side, but can't before it's cleared out by the White Mountains defense. There's Saworski. She breaks through. Will this be number 100? She's going to have a shot on goal. What a save. She gets the rebound. Will she put it in? She does. She does. And Taylor Saworski just registers her 100 point here as a Colebrook Academy Mohawk. And obviously her teammates are going to surround her and congratulate her on that accomplishment. Congratulations to Taylor Saworski, and the Mohawks now have a 5-goal lead. The 100th point in Taylor Saworski's career.
Wow, and that was typical Taylor Saworski fashion. She got the ball, and she went and she made it happen. Beat a couple defenders. Bolio made an outstanding save as well, but Saworski never stopped working, and she put it in.
Yeah, great job by Taylor Saworski. Once again, her 100th point. She got that from the midfield line. Producer Ben Sackett's going to be queuing up Taylor Saworski's 100th point here on the CM Brown Company Instant Replay. Take a look at it right here. Here's the actual goal. She gets it onto her foot. It's saved, and then right back, and she's able to get it and put it on the left foot into the back of the net. Nicely done by Taylor Saworski to garner her 100th career point here as a Colebrook Academy Mohawk, and once again that was on the CN Brown Company instant replay. I'd like to see where she started it, which was back all the way at the midfield line, where she actually started it. She was actually able to dribble the ball in a few, beat a couple of White Mountains defenders before she was able to get the initial shot on, which was saved very nicely, as I said, obviously in net by Bolio. When we will take a look at that later on in the game, obviously. But once again, all of today's replays are being brought to you by the CN Brown Company. CN Brown Company's Big Apple stores are proud to support our youth and invite teams, family, and friends to stop in for post-game snacks, energy drinks, coffee, and more. Sign up for our rewards program and earn rewards every time you shop and fuel up at our Big Apple locations. So you got a good look at the first initial shot, which Bolio made a good save on against Sawarski. And Sawarski was able to cut through and come away with a goal. It was a pretty good gesture, too, by her teammates, Butch. In a normal game, obviously, if she wasn't close to 100 points and they didn't have a 4-0 lead, 3 or 4 other Mohawks right there could have scored.
You know,
but it was a nice gesture by her teammates to realize, you know what, get it over with. I'd rather not have that hanging over your head type deal. Just get it over with, knock it into the back of the net, and accomplish it.
Well, you know, I was just going to say that after the goal, Adrienne LaPearl had the perfect opportunity to finish that off, and it's almost like she stood back and said, "Hey, this is yours."
Yeah, it was cool of her to do that and step back and say, "Hey, this is your moment." And you know, it's certainly something that I wouldn't want hanging over my head, or that I wouldn't want to be thinking about. I never really thought about the individual stuff anyways, but, you know, it's not like you would want that hanging over your head in a big game, say 0-0, 1-0, that type of deal. It was the perfect situation. 4-0 was the score, obviously, and nice gesture by the Mohawks and Adrienne LaPearl, specifically, to just let her go by and knock that home. Great career for Taylor Sawarski so far, and she's got a season left.
Oh, absolutely. Congratulations to Taylor. Yeah. I mean, she plays all 3 sports, and you know what the thing is, she's a distributor, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's like 36 goals and, 64 assists or whatever it is, you know what I mean? She's always thinking of her teammates first.
Yeah, not to mention the fact, obviously, she holds down the fort in the middle of the field for this Mohawk squad. You know, she could probably, if she had the ball, she has the ball on her foot at the beginning of the possessions, Butch, not at the end more than she has the ball on the foot at the end of the possessions. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So for her to score 100 points in her soccer career, when she starts all of these possessions, says a lot to her, because if she's a girl that's playing up front, I bet you she has 200 points already.
You know, with you. Oh yeah, and you know something else to mention. That was an incredible save by Bollier.
Oh, the first one, absolutely.
And you know, it ended out, but as the story of the day, the Mohawks were swarming the net, which they have all day. This is almost a different Mohawk team than what you saw last year, because they relied so much on Michaela Byron. They're hungry for the net. Yeah,
there's Adrienne LaPearl now on the attack, off the crossbar, and following it up on the opposite end is Kuiper. She wasn't able to put it in, and we'll get a look at that very, very shortly, as Adrienne LaPearl said to herself, hey, you know what? I gave up a goal for myself just a couple of minutes ago. I'm going to get myself a goal right now. She rifled the shot with her left foot. Take a look at it right here on the CN Brown Company instant replay. Actually, it was with her right foot just missing, and then Kuiper coming across from the opposite end wasn't able to put it home as well. Once again, today's replays are being brought to you by the CN Brown Company. Start your day the Big Apple way. Support the company that supports your team. Fuel up at the Big Apple stores. So 5-0 is the score here at the Colebrook Athletic Fields complex. Taking a look down at the boys' sides of things, it looks as if White Mountains is winning 2-0 in that contest.
Played about 8 minutes here in the second half.
LaChance tries to lift that one into the zone. Before it's deflected back out to her, she tries to lift it back into the 18-yard box, but Kendra Learned is there. The rain coming down a little bit harder. The hardest it's came down today, not too hard, but the hardest that it's came down today. That one almost comes right off of our center cam. White Mountains will retain possession. Collins miskicks that one. It will deflect down the near sideline and out of bounds, and White Mountain slowly moving the ball up the field, trying to get something going on the offensive end for themselves. Nice cutback move by Caitlin Nelson. Nelson tried to get it into Dodier before it was deflected out, and that one almost hit our other camera. It's a good thing. It's a good thing we brought 3 cameras today, just in case one of these things gets cranked. So Colebrook will have a goal kick now, obviously, as that one was trickled out of bounds. And they will try to, obviously, extend on this 5-0 lead. In the Northland Restaurant, Timeout Tavern, Sports Bar and Grill pregame show, I mentioned that I was going to talk a little bit more about the new sponsorship that they added on this year for all Colebrook, Grofton, and Kane and Pittsburgh athletic events, and that will be the Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern, Sports Bar and Grill Player of the Game presentation. So basically, Butch, every game that the Northland, every Colebrook, Grofton, and Kane and Pittsburgh game will have a Player of the Game brought to you by the Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern, Sports Bar and Grill. And the winner of that, Butch, will win a $25 gift certificate for her or him and their immediate family to the Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern, Sports Bar and Grill, which we will present to them here at the field. I politely asked you, Mr. Ladd, to print that off for us, so I hope that you brought that to the game so that you can present it to whoever we may give that to.
Well, I thought I received a message saying never mind, so
and then I received a message about 14 seconds after that saying, yes, print it. So we will have to hand deliver that at another time to whoever happens to come up with that.
And I can do that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you being a Colebrook native and obviously Colebrook having a 5-0 lead, the representative of that award will be coming from the team in white here obviously this afternoon, which we have a little bit of time left to decide on, that being 5-0 being the score obviously here in the second half. Dodier coming away with it. We'll try to send it up Nelson's way. Collins is able to get it cleared out. Misplayed in the backfield. Murray, who's been solid back there, still able to chase it down. Nice job by Gleason, though, to get over there and take it back from her. She has plenty of room to put on a cross. She does. Gets it over. Nice play from the weak side by the White Mountains defense to get over there and disallow that from going into the back of the net. That was Nicole Gross. Her and Bolio were attacking that ball, and they did a good job of making sure no white shirts were around that. Dodier finds Nelson. Nelson with a nice trap, trying to find some room. She's been well marked all day long. Nice job by Missy Collins. The slide tackle was able to get a foot on it and kick it out of bounds before Nelson could get a cross on it. And Nelson will have a corner kick here, or whoever decides to take it, for White Mountains.
And this will be for the Spartans, their first corner kick of the game.
Actually, it looks like it's going to be a... Yeah, it will, no, yep. It will be a corner kick, actually. Yep. It will be a throw-in? No, it is going to be a corner. I couldn't figure out where the girls were going.
Blaine LaChance will take the corner.
So LaChance taking the corner kick here for White Mountains. Puts it into the lane. Ooh, Nelson almost got a foot on it before finally getting onto the foot of number 13 for White Mountains, Taylor Roy. But unfortunately, 3 points don't count in soccer. She put that one through the uprights.
But they will start tomorrow night,
They will start tomorrow night, and that was going to be my next point. I cannot wait. It's been a long wait since that Super Bowl victory, which was one of the most legendary Super Bowl games that I have ever seen in my entire life. And I can't wait. Thursday night special.
Yeah, we had a friendly fantasy football